first part of the process is to make a master template out of 1/4 inch hardboard. This template will later be used to make another set of templates. Go ahead and make a flexible sanding strip by taking a thin piece of wood and gluing on a piece of sandpaper. The purpose of this sanding is to remove any saw marks left behind by the bandsaw. The master template was attached to the template stock with carpet tape. In order to make room for the 1/8 inch diameter router bit at the start of the cut, and to make the operation easier at the end of the cut, a set of holes were made in the template. The holes will also prevent the template from splitting in two during the procedure. With the master template pushed firmly against the guide bushing, a slot was made from hole to hole. That worked out pretty good. Now I've got two parts of my curved template. All I need to do now is separate the two pieces and we can use them. One side of the cutting board template was traced onto the cutting board stock and cut close to the line at the bandsaw. I've got my stock attached to one side of the template, and I'm going to go ahead and use a pattern bit and take this piece all the way down to the template. Because I used an 1/8 inch radius router bit to cut this template in half, I need to account for that material. So in order to do that, I'm going to use a flush trim bit and a larger diameter bearing. So that I know where to rough this piece out at the bandsaw, I set my compass to an 1/8 inch and I'll just scribe a line all the way around the template to form an 1/8 inch barrier. Now with my template attached to the other piece and my 1/8 inch barrier at the tip of the template, I can use my 1/2 inch diameter flush trim bit with a 3/4 inch diameter bearing. What this will do is give me my 1/8 of an inch back that I lost when I cut the template in half. If we repeat this process one more time, we can sandwich the walnut in between two pieces of cherry, and I think that'll look pretty cool. Because I already have the 1/2 inch diameter flush trim bit with the 3/4 inch diameter bearing already installed, we'll go ahead and use it first this time around. Went ahead and took this piece out of the clamps and I scraped off some of the glue. So what I'm going to do now is trace on another curve on the walnut, and what I'll have is a strip of cherry, a strip of walnut, and then another piece of cherry. So the walnut will actually be sandwiched in between. But instead of having the walnut the same width all the way down, what I'm going to do is I'm going to tilt the template to the side just a little bit so that the walnut actually grows in width along down the length of the cutting board. I think that'll look pretty cool. Because the inner piece of walnut is tapered as it goes down the length of the cutting board, the piece is no longer square in its overall dimensions. So originally what I was going to do was just square this piece up after it was completed, but after looking at the way it looks now, I think it actually looks pretty nice. So I'm going to leave it the way it is. Okay, so for the finish for this piece, I decided to go with this General Finishes salad bowl finish, which is supposed to be a very food safe finish, whatever that means. Okay, so if you're watching this on YouTube, please subscribe to my channel by clicking on one of those buttons up there. Oh, one more thing. If you get a chance, check out my new forum at garagewoodworks.com. Thanks for watching. So how's it work?
Perfect.
Awesome.
Wow.